Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to the channel. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, November 25th of 2025. I have 7:39 in the p.m. and let's say it together. Praise our God from whom all blessings flow, and stay covered in the blood so we can endure to the end. So, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, he spoke about a situation here in Chicago whereby a woman was burned on the train, and the man who did it was arrested 72 times. Now, people, that's quite a story. I am glad that she is getting through her moment. It's going to take a while. You know it. And we pray for her. But people, let me tell you something. 72 times? Yeah, Pearson. 72 times. I mean, what a commentary on a city that Trump wants to target to clean up like he did Washington, D.C. So he spoke on that matter. So let's hear from him today.
You saw all the crime that took place last night, the night before. The woman with the burning, they burned the woman. To be talking about that now, they burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. 72 times, think of that. And they'll let him out again. The liberal judges will let him out again. But we're ready to go. You know, we're moving toward Chicago. We have a governor that thinks it's wonderful that only like 7 people were killed this week. But we are moving toward doing it, and we're going to, if crime gets, it's horrible what's happening in Chicago. We could make Chicago a safe city in a period of 4 weeks. In a period of 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, it would be totally safe. And the people of Chicago want us to go there. And if you look at the crime that's taken place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly. Make Chicago, we'll do the same thing as we did in D.C., the same thing as we did everywhere we've gone. It's become almost instantly safe. And I want...
Psychologically, you can tell he's beating the drum, which means we'll have more of a federal presence here in Chicago. I am sure of it. Because they're playing this thing as situations happen. Hint, hint. And I wonder why they're happening. Now check this out. Here's the guy, Lawrence Reed. Run-ins with the law. Lawrence Reed, arrested 72 times. Don't you find that very interesting? Check it out.
Train, a suspect with 49 prior arrests is due back in court to face a federal terrorism charge.
Look at that, 10 pictures, all the same guy. Chanley Painter joins us now with the latest. Chanley?
Hey guys, so we are expecting a judge to decide whether 50-year-old Lawrence Reed will stay behind bars this time, pending trial on federal terrorism charges for allegedly pouring gasoline on a 26-year-old woman and setting her on fire Monday while riding a city train in Chicago. Prosecutors say Reed had multiple prior cases over the last 3 decades with more than 49 arrests, including 10 felony cases. Here's a look at just the Chicago Police Department record since 2017, where he was arrested at least 13 times for crimes ranging from battery and assault to aggravated arson. In fact, at the time of this incident, prosecutors say Reed was already on pretrial release for an aggravated battery case for violently hitting a social worker. Prosecutors asked the judge to keep Reed in custody until trial, but the judge placed him on electronic monitoring. So that didn't stop him from picking up these new federal terrorism charges for allegedly setting a woman on fire Monday. Something Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson calls...
How did we get here, people? And is there something more? I believe there's something more, and I'm going to show you like I've said in other videos this year, what's going on in the head of people like this? Is there something attached to the brain? Is there something inside the brain? What could trigger it? Is it a certain word, an event? Is there any programming being going on? That's my question. Now, 72nd day of the year is March 13th. They said he was arrested 72 times. I take it as a date. What is March 13th? What if I told you Pope Francis became the Pope on March 13th? Pope Francis became the Pope on March 13th. You see that? March 13th, 2013. Pope Francis. Now we have a new Pope, Pope Leo, from Chicago. The incident was here in Chicago. Do you follow me? Just hold on to the logic. I got more for you. Lawrence Reed is 50 years old. How many states are in the Union? 50. There was a man last year, the CEO of United Healthcare Center. They said he was allegedly unalived by Luigi, who is in prison in New York with Puff Daddy. The CEO was 50 years old. Biden signed 50 laws into law on December 24th of last year. I've been talking about 50 for a while. 50 to me is 50 states in the Union, like America. Now look, this happened on November 17th of 2025. Now remember this situation in New York? There was a situation in New York. A young lady, she worked at a pizzeria. She was from Ukraine. She got on the train after her shift, and a man unalived her with a KNIFE.
Charlotte area transit shows 23-year-old Irina Zarutska boarding the train car in her pizzeria uniform. She had just gotten off her shift and was heading home when she sat down in front of 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr. Here you can see Brown
pull something out of his jacket, and then he unalived her. I did a video on this. I believe these situations have something in common. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson. I teach the 5 C's, a wonderful gift that God has blessed me with of insights. The 5 C's are clues, codes, colors, the confirmation time, and conclusion. Let's see what we have. DeCarlos Brown Jr. was 34. He's 34 years old. He unalived this young lady from Ukraine who was 23. This happened on August 22nd. 2-2. Keep that in your mind. 2-2. August 22nd, 2025. Take August 22nd, 2025, New York incident, 11/17/2025, Chicago incidents, both on the train. The difference is 88 days apart. Coincidentally, Trump's text number is 88022. Coincidentally, Trump also erected 2 flagpoles a few months ago, 88 feet tall. Is this just coincidence? And how about this? Stabbed on the train, New York City. That comes after 312. Didn't Trump win by 312 votes when he beat Kamala Harris in Electoral College? Isn't 312 a Chicago area code? And one of the incidents happened on a train in Chicago, 312? Interesting. Then look, set on fire, train Chicago. That comes out to 111. Didn't Pope Francis become unalived? Didn't he pass on April 21st? Yeah, the 111th day of the year. And like I said, Pope Leo, the new Pope, is from Chicago. Wow. April 21st, the 111th day of the year. Yeah. Now, Chicago became part of the United States on December 3rd, 1818. December 3rd, Chicago became part of the United States. December 3rd. Take December 3rd, 2026, our next birthday. Well, the one afterwards. In fact, let me redo this here. Let's put the right dates here. Then we can just saddle on up. Now, 8/22 was the incident in New York on the train, 2025. 12/3/2025 is the anniversary of Chicago becoming part of the United States. The difference is 312. Remember 312? The area code, and also Trump's win by 312 votes, Electoral College. Interesting, right? Then look, 11/17/2025. That's the other incident that just happened on the train in Chicago with the lady being set on fire. 12/3/2025 is the anniversary of Chicago becoming part of the United States. The difference is 2-2. Remember we had a 2-2 earlier? What was that at? We had a 2-2 earlier. Let's see, what was that? What was that? Here it is. He was arrested on August 22nd. But what is 2-2 symbolically? The V on Barack Obama's head and I Pet Goat 2. V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. Something nefarious happens. He sweats this V, and seconds later, the American flag shreds in two, literally. See the flag? It shreds at midnight. Could both these events be connected? Chicago, New York, by dates set on fire, 111. Stabbed on train, New York City, 312. It has a Chicago theme, doesn't it? It's speaking to my city. It's speaking to the world. I'm Friendship Pearson. Tell me what you think. Coincidence? Trump had a lot to say. He called my governor a big fat SLOB. Getting kind of edgy with the language there. But I'm telling you, people, there's something more to it. There's something more to it here. My condolences to the lady from Ukraine. And we pray the lady on the train in Chicago, she gets the help that she needs. But there's something going on here, people. Something speaking. God bless.